Today we are going to look for the cheapest flights from Phnom Penh in Cambodia to Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. There are flights starting from about 85 euros, but how can we actually find them? To begin with, I like to use the website Kayak. I usually do not book directly there, but I like the option to search across several days to see price variations. So I am searching from Phnom Penh, from the new KTI airport to Kuala Lumpur, planning to depart around November 18th with a flexibility of plus or minus 3 days. That is the feature I really like because it shows the cheapest dates available. After passing the captcha, we can now see the results. Since I will have a checked baggage, I focus on prices that include it. The site shows the cheapest days to fly are Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Personally, I prefer to leave on Monday, and the price difference is only about €1. So that works for me. When I add one checked baggage and look for the cheapest flight, the price comes to about €85. To compare, I also check the website skyscanner.com. I enter the same route from Phnom Penh to Kuala Lumpur on November 17th and look for the lowest price. The cheapest flight here shows €77, but that does not include checked baggage. When I add it, the cheapest total is €87, with one checked baggage on AirAsia. And with Cambodia Airways, it is about €90. Next, I try another comparison website, travel.com. I repeat the same search from Phnom Penh to Kuala Lumpur on November 17th, one way without return. The cheapest result is again similar, but if I leave one day later, it becomes €1 cheaper. Since I want to travel on Monday, I look at the options for that day, filtering only flights with checked baggage. I find one for €84. So by simply using a different comparison site, we found a slightly cheaper price. To go even further, it can help to change the purchase country. You can try different countries because sometimes there are price variations depending on the seller location. Sometimes you get a nice surprise, sometimes not. In this case, the price remains €84 whether buying from the United Kingdom or France. Usually for small prices, there is little difference, but for expensive tickets or when availability is limited, changing the purchase country can really help. It gives access to different vendors and possibly cheaper fares. That is how you can save a few euros each time you buy a ticket. This example shows only a small difference because the ticket itself is cheap. But for more expensive flights, the variations between sites, vendors, airlines, and countries of sale can be significant. Always remember to compare using multiple websites. And if you want to check for yourself, open the links in the description and compare. Sometimes it makes no difference, but sometimes you can find great deals. In any case, comparing prices is always a simple and useful step when booking flights.